We're going to solve each of these equations and then verify them to make sure that the solutions we got worked. Let's start with A. We've got the square root of x plus 3 is equal to 7. First thing we need to do is we need to isolate the radical term. Well, it's already been done. Next up, we have to square it to get rid of the root sign. We're going to square both sides, because whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. And what you're left with is x plus 3 is equal to 49. We want to solve for x, so you got to isolate the x. That means you're going to subtract the 3 from here and subtract the 3 from the other side. So x is equal to 46. Alright, if you want to verify, which is important, because you may end up with an extraneous root, all we're going to do is plug that 46 back in. So what you're left with, 46 plus 3, that's 49 underneath the root sign. The square root of 49 is 7, which is what the original equation said it was going to be equal to. For B, we have the square root of 49 minus x plus 7 is equal to x. Now, of course, the first thing we need to do is we need to isolate the radical term, which means we have to subtract 7 on this side and subtract 7 on this side. So what you're left with is the square root of 49 minus x is equal to x minus 7. We're going to square both sides to get rid of that root sign. So you got 49 minus x is equal to x minus 7, x minus 7. It's important to note that you're not distributing this square into the brackets like this. That's not going to work. It has to be set up where we're going to be foiling it. Alright, so we have 49 minus x on one side. X times x is x squared. X times negative 7 is negative 7x. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative 7 times negative 7 is a positive 49. Okay, so you have 49 minus x is equal to x squared. You can collect the two negative 7 x's. That's going to be negative 14x plus 49. Alright, we're going to go and move everything to one side. I'm going to move the 49 and this x, okay, which means that we're going to do the same on the other side. So this is going to be adding an x, and we're going to be subtracting the 49 over here as well. So what you're left with is x squared minus 13x plus 0. Alright, so since we have that and it's a 0 at the end, you can ignore that 0. All we have is x squared minus 13x. Well, we don't need to put two brackets in here like this because we don't have a third term. Okay, what we can do is we can pull an x out of both of these terms. X squared divided by x is just x. 13x divided by x is just 13. From here we can figure out x is equal to 0 or 13. Either of these two terms will end up with an answer of 0 if you plug them in. So let's plug each one of these into the original equation to see if they work. So for the first one, we're going to use 0. So it's going to be 49 minus 0 plus 7 is equal to 0. Okay, so 49 minus 0, that's just going to be 49 plus 7. Okay, well the square root of 49 is 7 plus 7, well that's definitely not equal to 0, that's going to be 14. So 0 is an extraneous root. Okay, let's try 13. So we've got 49 minus 13 plus 7, and we have to figure out it's going to have to equal 13 in the end. 49 minus 13 is 36 underneath the root sign. The square root of 36 is 6. 6 plus 7 is 13, which is what we want. This here, 13, is a valid root. So 13 is a solution to this problem.